And we're getting into week number 11 this week, which is pretty insane that we're already there and moving 11 well through the college football slate. But that is what we'll do. Only 2 games featuring top 25 opponents this upcoming weekend. We have as we were just talking about them. Number 7 BYU, they are 8-0. They travel to number 8 Texas Tech, who are 8-1, a 10-point home favorite for the Red Raiders. They're over under in this one, 52.5. This one noon on ABC, Sean.
Yeah, I mean, this has, we talk about the mystique of a couple of matchups there. It looks like things are going to get shaken up a little bit thanks to this game. But I don't. This late in the year, you should know a lot more about the teams. I feel like Texas Tech's been a bit inconsistent, despite the fact they keep winning ball games. I know based on what I've seen from them and BYU that like you said, this should be a heck of a lot of points, just like that playoff matchup for Texas Tech that was drawn up. So I think you're going to see a lot of points here. If I was going to have to touch it, 52.5 is a lot, but I kind of trust this game. It feels like it's going to go over that. So I'd take the over if I was going to bet one piece of this. But I think Texas Tech is gonna come out ahead. I really do believe that. I feel like 10 points might be a lot. I feel like BYU's defense is probably just good enough to slow things down when it counts and try to make this a kind of a fun game to watch and give them a chance to win. So I think it's going to be probably more along the lines of like a 1-score game. And if anything, I could see it pushing. If it comes in at an even 10, I could see that pushing.
I give it a 10, a fucking 10.
Yeah, a 10. I could see that being the actual spread. So for Vegas, I'm sure Vegas would love that or hate it or whatever they do. They'll probably push it to a half somewhere, wherever the money's coming in. But yeah, give me Tech to win, but I'll take BYU to cover. So I'll bet BYU on this one to keep it close.
Yeah, I think the smart play, death taxes in the over. You go with the over when we're talking the Big 12. These are 2 teams that could score a lot of points. I don't think weather is going to be involved too much. You're not talking about any sort of winter conditions in Provo. So I think scoring is probably going to be the name of the game. And yeah, that the touchdown and a field goal feels kind of a real good number, a real good mark on this game. But and while I think it could kind of end up being a push for the spread there, and we can call it petty, and I'll certainly be petty, and I'll admit that I'm petty. I'm going to take Texas Tech to win and cover the 10, and just to kind of knock those BYU fans down a little bit, and just remember, like, look. You guys, you're doing great. Look, I don't know what prime success is in college football. I'm a Notre Dame fan. The last national title I saw I was 3 years old, so I didn't even really see it. Although I did see Florida State fans this week going to bat for Miami, which felt odd. And talking about how Miami had to be ranked above Notre Dame because no matter when the game was played, a head-to-head has to matter. And I said, awesome. Notre Dame just won the national championship in 1993. So, heck yeah, I'm all in
Very
on that
nice
one. So I couldn't disagree with those people more. Devin has Texas Tech and the over. But yeah, I think I'll take the petty side of this one and say Texas Tech with a dominant win at home over.
Well, then Florida State should be in the top 4 because they beat Alabama.
Well, right, exactly. They, so why are we not talking about that? And then we move to 3:30 Eastern time on ABC. It is number 3 Texas A&M. They are 8-0, a 7-point road favorite at number 22 Missouri, who is 6-2. Your over under on this one is 47.5.
Yeah, Missouri always feels like they creep into these predictions. And I always look at it and I'm like, oh, this is a no-brainer. But then I'm like, is it a no-brainer because I don't know what I'm talking about? Like, is that all it is? Like, is Missouri just good? And I think Missouri's exciting. Something tells me though that Texas A&M is very aware of what Missouri's capable of, and Texas A&M is very aware that a lot of teams fall off late in the season. So I think that they are going to be ready to not screw up and not look past anyone. I'm going to go ahead and say that 7 points feels low enough that you can go ahead and take A&M to cover this. Like if it was also 10, I might be like, well, I don't know. But it's a road game. So, I mean, basically you're saying they're a 10-point favorite, but we'll give them 3 bonus. So, yeah, give me A&M give me A&M to cover the 7. I'll take them easily there. And I guess if that's going to happen and Missouri has the offense I know they have, 47.5 feels light. I'm going to take the over there too.
Yeah, I think the over is the smart play, even with Missouri not having Bo Perbula, the quarterback who's has suffered the injury a couple weeks ago. We've seen Texas A&M put up a lot of points multiple times this year. Unfortunately, one time we were on the bad end of that.
Right.
So 47.5 just is it. This one is just
because Missouri, I think, has a better defense than they have in years past when they snuck into like the rankings, and it was because you know Jeremy Mack was like somebody's there just like tearing people apart. But there was never any defense on the side of the ball. They were having to win games like 48-46.
right.
They were playing Bengals football. Sorry, Mike. But then this year, I feel like they've had some games where the defense has played rather well. I just don't see this being
way out of line. Way out of line.
Yeah, that was a low blow. It was a cold shot. I'm sorry, Mike. That was not
but the bottom line is, I think this is an easy over. Even if Texas A&M doesn't score 41 points, there's going to be enough points on both sides of the ball to hit your over mark. But because Missouri doesn't have Bo Perbula, like one of the
that's another big part of it is your stars missing. Right,
one of the tragedies in a way of this college football season is a player that had a team that's not normally in the conversation. You could have potentially had them in the conversation, but they've very quickly kind of fallen apart since losing him, and it's A&M's just better. They are just better, and I think they are going to easily cover that 7. I think it's going to go 10, 14, maybe even more. I really do think this is going to be pretty easy work for Texas A&M, and maybe they make a case to be moved up to 2 or 1 next week when we look at these college football playoff rankings. Let's see, Mike here has A&M by 14 plus in the over, and Devin has A&M and probably under. He doesn't think we're going to get, and maybe we don't. Maybe A&M scores 40 and Missouri just can't.
Well, yeah, I mean that would be the risk of the over, is that does A&M shut them down completely, right? Like if they only contribute 6 points, that's a lot of points for one team to score. So, good.
EJ throwing off the aesthetic by letting himself into the studio. That's very good.
Lets himself in, just buries me behind some letters. I see how this is going to be today. Just bury me behind a graphic, EJ.
There we go. That beautiful black face there in the bottom.
That's good. I moved that.
Hi, Sean.
Got
How
to be
doing?
a cream rises to the crop joke, but we're gonna avoid that.
I love cream.
Oh God,
Krispy Kreme. Hey, missed you fuckers last couple weeks, bro. Come on. I gotta get my licks in, buddy. Come on.
Wow.
What's going on with you?
Wow, that's easy for the board. Probably. EJ, real quick.
Okay.
BYU at Texas Tech. Texas Tech 10-point favorite. You're over under 52.5.
Tech 10-point favorite, you said?
Yes.
Let's go the Tech to cover, and the numbers. What's the number again?
Over under is 52.5.
The over. Let's go. Over. Let's go.
All right, and the last one we were looking at just now, Texas A&M, 7-point road favorite at number 22, Missouri. You're over under 47.5.
That's A&M. That's A&M still, bro. They're running hot right now. I don't trust Missouri, man. Give me A&M to cover and give me what's number over under again? I'm sorry.
47.5.
47.5.
That's low enough. Oh, is that low enough to take you over? I could go over.
Pocket go over.
Yeah.
There we go. Death
Heck
taxes
with it.
in the over.
That's right. That's right.
I don't care if these teams are in the SEC. They're still Big 12 football teams.
Sure are.
They
You
sure
can
are.
hide behind
So
that moniker all you want.
that is where we wrap up the college football side